another round of unfair attacks against Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. This time, the outrage is over a new project that Harry and Meghan are reportedly working on with Netflix, a documentary about Princess Diana set to release in 2027, marking 30 years since her passing. Today, as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle unveil a new documentary about Diana's life and legacy, the world braces itself for a fresh, intimate perspective on a woman we thought we already understood. This isn't just another royal exposé. It's a heartfelt attempt to peel back the layers of myth and media to reveal the real Diana beneath the crown. This project isn't simply a retelling of history. It's a son's deeply personal reflection, a journey through memory and emotion that stirs both debate and discomfort among royal commentators and the public alike. It asks us to reconsider what we know and to question the stories we've been told. Why such resistance to this new narrative? Diana's story has always forced society to confront uncomfortable truths about empathy, about the rigidity of tradition, and about the transformative power of honest storytelling. Her legacy challenges us to look beyond the surface and to acknowledge the pain and courage that shaped her journey. Harry's documentary isn't an attack on the monarchy or the past, but rather an act of remembrance, a chance to see Diana not as a distant icon, but as a loving mother and a complex, real human being. It's an invitation to connect with her story on a deeper, more personal level. The backlash to this project reveals more about those who cling to a carefully curated narrative than it does about Harry's right to share his truth. In the end, the echo of a lioness's roar reminds us that some stories are too important to be silenced, and that the search for truth is a legacy worth defending. The bond between a child and parent is sacred. Harry's memories of Diana are his to share. He's not just a prince recounting history, but a son honouring his mother's spirit and legacy. To deny him this voice is to misunderstand grief and the importance of personal truth. Harry's journey, from a boy walking behind his mother's coffin to a man confronting public scrutiny, gives him unique authority. This documentary continues Diana's conversation about empathy and the human cost of public life. Harry isn't rewriting history. He's ensuring the world remembers the real Diana. It's his story to tell because it's also his own. Predictably, news of the documentary sparked a wave of criticism from royal commentators. They frame Harry's project as betrayal, dismissing his motives as self-serving and ignoring the pain that shaped his life. These critics cling to tradition, preferring fairy tales over uncomfortable truths. Their outrage is less about protecting the monarchy and more about preserving their own narrative. By attacking Harry, they attempt to silence a voice that challenges the status quo. The real threat isn't Harry's story. It's the possibility of a more honest human monarchy. Their condemnation reveals a fear of change, not a defense of dignity. In every storm of criticism that sweeps through the media, Meghan Markle is relentlessly cast as the villain, accused time and again of manipulating Harry's choices and steering him away from his royal roots. The narrative is persistent, painting her as the mastermind behind every controversial decision, as if Harry himself is incapable of independent thought. This narrative is deeply rooted in misogyny, reducing Meghan to a mere stereotype and, at the same time, stripping Harry of his agency. It ignores his own motivations, his personal struggles, and the experiences that have shaped his worldview. Harry is not a passive participant. He is a man with convictions, shaped by a lifetime in the public eye and the trauma of losing his mother. Meghan's unwavering support for Harry is often twisted into something sinister, making her a convenient scapegoat for uncomfortable questions about the monarchy's future. Her compassion and strength are recast as manipulation, a narrative that serves to protect the institution from scrutiny. The relentless attacks on Meghan serve to deflect from the real issues at hand, Diana's enduring legacy and the striking parallels between her treatment and Meghan's. Both women faced intense media scrutiny and public judgment, revealing uncomfortable truths about the royal family's relationship with outsiders. Critics find it far easier to blame an outsider, to point fingers at Meghan, than to confront the deep-seated institutional flaws that have persisted for generations. The press and commentators fuel this narrative, keeping the focus on individuals rather than the system itself. This strategy of scapegoating divides the public and distracts from meaningful conversation, but ultimately it exposes the weakness and fragility of their argument. The more they blame, the more obvious it becomes that the real issues remain unaddressed. Meghan stands by Harry not as a puppeteer pulling strings, but as a true partner, someone who supports, understands and walks beside him through every challenge. The real story is not about a manufactured villain, but about a son's heartfelt tribute to his mother's memory, and a couple's determination to forge their own path, despite the odds stacked against them. Like any creature forging a new path, Harry and Meghan owe no explanation for their choices. Their journey is deeply personal, shaped by experiences and values that are uniquely their own. Every step they take is a conscious decision to live authentically, even when the world is watching. Now, private citizens, they have the right to pursue projects that matter to them, this documentary included. Free from the constraints of royal duty, they can finally focus on causes and creative endeavours that ignite their passion and reflect their true selves. Demanding they justify their work is unreasonable. They are not bound by royal protocol. The scrutiny they face is a reminder of the pressures that come with fame, but they refuse to let outside voices dictate their purpose or direction. Their projects reflect their values: mental health, compassion, and honouring Diana's memory. By championing these causes, they hope to inspire others to lead with empathy and courage, just as Diana did. Criticising them for being bold and personal is simply a rejection of their right to self-expression. Their willingness to be vulnerable and open about their struggles is a testament to their strength, not a flaw. They are building a legacy on their own terms, not for approval, but for purpose. Each initiative, each act of kindness is a brick in the foundation of a future they are proud to create together. Their independence is not rebellion, it's authenticity. It's about living truthfully, embracing who they are and encouraging others to do the same, no matter the obstacles. They chart their own course, regardless of those who shout from the sidelines. In choosing their own direction, Harry and Meghan remind us all that true freedom lies in the courage to be yourself, even when the world expects something different. The harshest critics don't just disagree, they want Harry and Meghan silenced. Demanding their silence is a call for censorship, especially when Harry speaks about his mother. Who decides what's dignified? Why should institutional comfort outweigh personal truth? Dismissing Harry's concerns as paranoia is gaslighting. He's lived the consequences of relentless media intrusion. Telling one's story is not aggression, it's survival. Diana's story, told by her son, deserves to be heard, not suppressed. The campaign to silence them is about controlling the narrative, not protecting tradition. After every storm, new life emerges. So too with Harry and Meghan. Despite relentless criticism, they remain united and purposeful, writing new chapters of their story. The documentary is not an ending, but a continuation of Diana's legacy and a message of hope. Their journey proves it's possible to reclaim your narrative and live authentically. Let's listen with empathy, not judgment. Behind the headlines are real people, healing and growing. Their story is one of courage and resilience, building a legacy defined by their own values. The final chapter is unwritten, and the future is bright with possibility. Thanks for tuning in to Meghan and Harry Tales. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an episode where we cut through the noise and bring you the truth about the Sussexes. Until next time, stay strong, stay kind, and remember, Meghan and Harry's story is far from over.